Local authority finds 20 dead women in the lake.
With holes in their
What were you thinking? We thought the alligators were an eater.
Oh my god.
Yes.
See, Garrett has been busy.
Yes. We've gotten some artwork.
That's the default layout on Roll20 now.
Is that right?
The people on the stream can't see it though because we're not on here. Hang on, I have to. There. Now they can see. Now they can see the lovely artworks. It's dice. There it is. I like that there's dicks just kind of randomly in there.
Oh yeah.
You like
Some
that?
abstract dick.
Oh, here we go. There he is.
I've been here. Used to notice.
I'm not so sure about that one, bucko.
Well, I've been here for like 2-3 minutes.
Ah.
Maybe. I don't know. I'll get in the shower real quick.
Hmm.
I got filthy from, thinking of you all day, Cameron.
Nice.
Oh man. I also just took a shower and ate dinner. I'm having some pretty hard food coma right now, so I need a minute to snap out of it.
I had Taco Bell actually. I got food coma too.
Nice.
Nice.
Taco Bell is my classic go-to before D&D usually.
You can eat a lot of. You can get a lot of Taco Bell, but it's kind of expensive. It's going up in price.
Yeah, everything has.
Thanks,
I like
Obama.
me some Taco Bell. Yeah.
Thanks, Obama.
Yeah. Jay, you need to click on the link in the Discord chat.
Yeah, I was wondering where the game shit is at.
Yeah, the game is within that link. You'll find a magical new world.
What fucking I gotta learn how to do this shit. Hold on.
It's just in Discord.
I know, but I gotta. Alright.
Gotta figure out how to use Discord.
Yeah, man, I'm not like that, Come on, fucker.
Not the damage though.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
So what is the? Good lord.
Good lord.
Alright. So do you already have characters and stuff, right?
Yeah, there's some characters. In fact, once you're into Roll20, if you should be
Is that
able.
our map? That is a great fucking map.
I know, right?
It's the psychedelic map. If you click on to your journal, you should see some character archetype
Yeah, I know there's
names.
characters, but who has who?
Well, that's what we have to decide. It's one of the first things that we have to decide.
Are we rolling for it?
I guess that depends on how you guys want to choose.
Okay, so everyone gets 2? Is that?
No, basically, I mean everybody gets 1. There's just
extras.
There's just extra, so you kind of go ahead and you'll get one of those.
All right, fellas, RPS for priority.
I don't mind what order I pick.
How many? Everyone just roll like a 1d 8, and then whatever number they get, 1 through 8.
Let's do D20 for higher variability.
Sure.
But I'm just saying, there's only there's 2, 4, 6, 7 characters.
Yeah, but on a 1d8, we have a much higher chance of getting the same number.
No, just whoever picks it, just the first person. I don't give a shit who goes first. They just take that character.
Oh, I'd rather pick.
Yeah, I would also rather pick.
Oh, okay. I was just trying to get random, but whatever then.
It's however you guys want to do it. You can.
All
you
right,
can
then highest number on a 1d20 gets their pick first.
Sounds good to me.
I got
I
one.
can't see anyone's rolls.
Now, a 1D 290, I'm not so sure about.
Well, you're not going to see the rolls on the table because if you're just like rolling from chat, you're not going to see like the die roll, but you should see it in
Yeah.
the chat there.
Yeah, the 222, I don't think it counts.
Are you sure about that?
Are you sure about that?
We can do a percentage.
Yeah.
That's true.
Well, it
But it's
looks.
looking like JT is going first.
That's what I was just about
Alright.
to say. It looks like.
So I'm just gonna pick Sticky Fingers. I don't know what halfling. The halfling. I know. I don't want a halfling. No. Shit.
You could always do your idea, and you could roll a d8.
No, I'm not.
Since
I'm
you're
not even
first,
doing
like you could just randomize it the way that you were saying.
I'm just going to go with the. I mean, Sticky Fingers sounds cool. Halfling with Sticky Fingers. I don't even know what that means.
I
But,
mean,
like,
you
it
know what
seems-
that means.
Yeah,
It's
what
like.
do you mean you don't know what that means? Of course you do.
Yeah, I do. I'm going with the halfling with Sticky Fingers.
All right.
Okay.
The halfling with sticky fingers. So I'm gonna go ahead.
What is this? May?
Going to assign that character
And I see what's on the sheet. Is that all right?
to
Yeah, I see
you.
it.
So
It's-
yeah.
It's generating.
Yeah, so you should be able to see.
All I see is a D20, like going D20, D20, D20. Maybe I have to like.
You might have to close it and reload.
Let me go ahead and close it then. Do I need to refresh the whole entire page?
Do you not see it? Did it not come up?
I'm refreshing the page.
It's refreshing.
Refreshing.
There we go.
Cool.
Lock.
All right.
I can add the player name and all that shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
All right. So then it looks like Cameron. It's the second choice.
I'm going to take the princely rogue because I know that's what Harrison would pick, and I want him to do a different character.
That's not who I'm gonna pick.
Really? Well, I'm taking him
Between
anyway.
two, though.
All right. So princely rogue. Go ahead and
Oh, what the hell's my name?
give that character to you. And it is done. And that looks like it's going to be Harrison next. Are you talking?
I'm not talking.
Okay. I was like, there's just silence.
He's deeply pondering this choice.
Mm-hmm.
I'll roll for it. Of the two. All right, I'm taking the absent-minded magician.
All right, absent-minded magician. All right, you should be able to open that character sheet now. And last but not least.
So there's 4 left, right? All right, I'm rolling for it.
Steve, you made everything look so fancy. How'd you do this?
What, the character sheet?
Well, everything. The character sheets, the little checks in chat that you did earlier. It's on like grid paper and it says failure or success.
Oh, that's just all
So it
all
all
the,
auto
yeah, that's
generated.
just all auto stuff that comes with the sheet, so it's all good. I
Really?
didn't have to do any of that stuff. Yeah, yeah,
He,
it's
he,
pretty
he
neat
paid.
though.
It's because he's paying the mad money for Roll D20.
Not even those sheets are free. They're like community made, so it's all
What do you
good.
actually pay for Roll D20? Like, what's the payment for? Just
No
the add-ons?
ads. No ads. When I load up, I can transfer characters from games. So like, you know, take a character from like one game, put it into another game. Because it gives you access to this thing called the character vault. It gives me like access to that dynamic lighting. There's like a couple of things. There's some other crap that I probably don't use, but yeah, that's
So anyone that's watching that's not a bot, they should like tip up some money to pay for stuff.
yeah.
For your
Woo! Sure. There's only
That's where I was
bots
going
watching.
with that.
Who are you kidding? Garrett, did you make a
Yeah.
decision?
I'm going with the barbarian.
Aha. The barbarian brute.
Wait a minute.
I just saw a name change.
Yeah,
Mm.
so
Yeah.
did I.
That's pretty funny. Wait, who was that? Who is that?
That's me. That's the absent-minded magician.
Nice.
Craven Moorhead.
That's excellent. I figured it was
Craven
you.
Moorhead.
But let's see. Okay. Cool. Barbarian Brute is assigned. Excellent, excellent. And you know what, of course, you guys did again? It always happens. No healer.
Don't need it.
No one ever.
There's a reason why we call it a one shot, baby.
Yeah. It's a 2-night one shot. You gotta live for a little bit. So what do you think? I'll ask the question. Should I NPC you guys a healer so that you got somebody to like give you some healing, or are you just gonna say, "Fuck it, I'll take my chances"?
I'm a personal fan of Wee Ball.
I'm down. I don't really care either way.
Cool.
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
No
I'm
worries.
bored.
Awesome.
Just don't get hit.
Yeah,
Easy
just don't
peasy.
get hit. It's fine. What is that? Is that Hawk Hogan? Is that some sort of
Hawk Hogan.
Dude, that's
Hawk-
not.
Oh,
That's
dude, that's the Clash of Clans guy.
that's what say that's
That's
the
a
Clash
Clash.
Camp. Definitely getting banned now.
My other pick for character was going to be typical elf, and I was going to name him John Smith.
Oh
and he
yeah,
was
yeah.
just going to be the most regular guy ever.
Mhm.
Excellent.
I know what my avatar could be, but I better not put it up there.
The
I think you should put it up anyway.
yeah, probably should.
All right, I think I'm ready to go.
Chuck. Nice.
Chuck Testa. Woo!
Jay,
Yes.
I think you meant to did you mean to like type the name that you typed in the character's name? Because you typed it in the player's name, so it didn't
Whoops.
actually change the name
Yeah, I just
of
noticed
your
that.
character. I was like, what's going on? Man, Dan that bastard, he's not doing anything. He should be watching this stream. Why
I know,
isn't he in
right?
chat?
He's eating some. He's eating some barbecue.
Is that what it is? That
Perfect
he
for watching the stream.
Exactly.
right?
Like, why isn't he? He should have the stream up, man.
Well,
He could share it with people around him.
check out this cool D&D
Hey,
stream.
look at these guys.
Dicks in the Dark.
Why is it still like showing
Live
up?
every Tuesday at 7:30.
Hmm?
I don't know. I changed the name and it didn't do anything.
Mm.
Did you?
You have to edit it in the actual, like, the first page.
Oh yeah. I see.
Let's see what have we got here. Cappy.
Cappy.
Guy.
Wait a minute, that's the guy.
It's the
That
guy.
is the guy.
He's the guy. Oh my god. Apparently this guy's... There
So,
we go.
the way that we're going to do this tonight is there's zero planning. I've done no planning for this whatsoever. Just like you don't know your characters, I don't know what's going to happen in this game. So what I am going to do is I have a series of tomes here, and they all have various random tables for all kinds of things, like just about everything that you could possibly imagine. So tonight's game is going to be mostly randomly generated. Obviously, I'm going to, extrapolate from the rules, and the rules will inspire me to horrors unseen.
So it's bullshit.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah.
Cool.
So we are. It's gonna be just a absolute crazy free for all with all of this stuff, and see what happens. We shall see what happens. Before we begin the game, is there any? Does anybody have a specific request? Does anybody want to do any specific type of game, or do you just want to leave it up to the dice completely?
Make it match the screen.
Make it what?
Make it as like crazy as like the board.
Make it as crazy and trippy as the board. It
Yes.
might be hard to come by.
Apocalyptic psychedelic.
Make it
Lord.
make it funkadelic.
Okay, we'll see. I'll try and go with the craziest things that I can see. So, actually, before we really get started, let me go ahead and do my
What the heck is a
standard.
WebP file? You recognize this extension, Garrett?
Yes, I do.
Did you
There's,
say a wet penis?
WebP.
Yeah, a web penis.
A
Yeah,
wet
it's,
penis file. That's a specific Dicks in the Dark file.
Exactly. It's just a more web-friendly format for files, for images.
All right, let's see. What are your characters' names? We're gonna say Chuck's probably gonna be mostly up front, so we'll do him first. He was the brutish barbarian, right? I'm pretty sure when I
Correct.
rolled that character up, I rolled max hit points, so I think he's like absolutely absurd.
My God, what
I-
a champ!
Because some of
I
the
mean, what is
characters have some
30 at
crazy
3?
stuff. What's that?
30 HP at level 3.
Yeah,
What?
yeah. I did
Holy
then.
cow!
Classic.
Yeah,
I got 5,000 HP. No, that's experience points.
Whoa,
I'd like to have 5,000 HP.
5,000 HP. Yeah, no problem there.
All right. So for Chuck, what is his armor class?
6.
And hit points 30. Crazy.
30. Mhm.
All right. And then
Damn.
let's see. We're gonna go ahead and record John next. What is John's armor class?
AC of 6 and an HP of 11.
His name is my name too.
That's my father,
Yeah.
John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt the First.
Excellent. Yes. My father. My grandfather.
Mm.
My son. Yeah. Excellent. And then let's see. Craven. What's the AC there?
7,
And hit points?
9.
And then got Cappy. What's Cappy's armor class?
6.
Wow, he's got like the same armor class. And hit points?
16.
All right. So essentially, you guys have a pretty standard party, except for you traded out the cleric for a burglaring small fry.
So what? We got a barbarian brute. We got an absent-headed mage. We got the princely rogue, and what? JT, what was your character?
Dude, I picked first, and it was a sticky finger halfling.
Stinky finger halfling. That's right.
Sticky fingered or stinky fingered?
It's
Was that a
both.
stinky fingered halfling? Because I think
Yeah.
that could be something different. Okay. All right.
Nice, dude. So evidently, it sucks. Pipsqueak is unable to attend Summit because of COVID, but they gave the spot to Mech, who
That's
I was
cool.
really hoping would get in.
Nice. Is that soon or something?
It's this weekend.
Ah,
Are you going?
well,
No, it's an invitational.
Oh,
yes.
oh.
It's
You either
it's
have to
a
be top
top
6
player.
in the world,
Mm.
or you have to qualify from a tournament, or have a lot of friends that have a lot of money.
And you're not going?
Unfortunately- What?
And you're not going?
I know, right? If only.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
What the heck, dude?
I mean, hey, I've been in a lot of scenes. Maybe I could make a run next season, but I
Yeah.
would probably not get in.
Yeah, I was listening actually to a podcast about people in the industry and how they like pay for cheats now to win
What?
money.
I mean, hey, that's buying a frame 1, baby.
Is that a controller?
Yeah, it's a box controller.
Yeah.
Ah,
Jeez.
This stuff's like from like I don't know the dark web and stuff, and I don't know. It's a really interesting podcast.
the dark web podcast. They must talk about some crazy shit.
Yeah,
Yeah. I usually hang out on the light web. It's like, for dieting and stuff.
Gotta, keep your web intake down.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I thought it
light
was for
you
buying
know.
like light bulbs and shit.
This was
The
all
light
about
bulb.
like Vader was on this show.
Vader.
Yeah.
Hmm. Okay. All right. So I've got enough to start us out here. So your characters were part of an army. The army of one Lord Fauntleroy. You were members of this army as conscripts, mercenaries. It's likely that that John and Cappy were some form of scout for the particular army, and
Jesus.
that Chuck obviously served, more of a militia type of a purpose, and Craven, of course,
Some kid just got abducted.
supporting. Wait, what are you? What? What?
Who got abducted?
Who got
Some
abducted?
kid. Amber Alert.
Oh,
Damn.
like an actual kid. We don't give a shit about it, like some actual kid that got abducted. Like, just pay attention to important stuff, like in the game.
I couldn't,
Jeez,
I know,
what the
right?
heck? Actual kid.
Better go out and look for him, JT.
Yeah, I know. Come on. So, your characters were part of this army of Lord Fauntleroy, and you had traveled out and done some battles, and then the Lord was beheaded on the battlefield, and the army was routed by his enemies. Um, you don't even really know each other very well, but in the route, you just kind of got stuck together. Some of Fauntleroy's men surrendered on the spot when he died. Some of them ran screaming. Most of the mercenaries and like hirelings just said, "Fuck this! This guy's dead. We're out of here." And that is the position that you find yourself in. Unfortunately, you're out in the middle of this strange, hostile enemy territory that you only know as the Pain, and that's where we find ourselves. It's been a couple of nights since your uh, since your unit was routed, Fauntleroy was killed. You've gotten your strength back a little bit, done some camping, and kind of hidden out. But now you realize that you've got to get on the move.
So we're all together. We escaped after our general army was routed.
Yeah. And he wasn't anybody that you cared about. He was just paying you,
He-
but without a
he was just
head,
our
he
boss.
definitely couldn't pay you. So you were like, well, it's not worth dying for some guy that, just got axed.
Okay.
The
So it's
land
been
is generally grim. There's a lot of flat fields with little cosps of trees, uh, but mostly fields. It seems like there's constant storms. There's lots of lightning, making it kind of treacherous to travel. Um, and generally, this place just sucks. It seems like it's night all the time.
perfect for me, baby.
Oh yeah.
You've been
So
you've been held up in this like little kind of grove of trees, um, that's kind of like out in the middle of this, you know, sort of wasteland area. But you realize that you're gonna run out of food now that you've kind of restored your health and treated all your injuries. Your You're ready to get the hell out of here. And you don't even know where here is.
All right, so we're wandering.
Or wanderers.
I'm a wanderer. I'm a wanderer. Okay.
More on
Music.
our Patreon. Dicks
The
in the Dark acapella.
Ooh, now that's some content right there.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so I guess
Nice.
it's nighttime. We're, probably, well,
It's probably not nighttime. It's probably daytime, but it looks like it's nighttime. It's raining, but the
alright.
electrical storms aren't too bad right now, so you figure it's now or never. It hasn't stopped raining since you were out here.
Well, it's rather unpleasant, isn't it? What do you lads suggest we do?
Hmm. Pick a direction.
Pick a direction. Alright then.
North.
North? Let's see. I think we came that way. North seems good. If north is where I think it is. It's hard to tell these days.
All right. So it's hard to tell the direction because of the rain. You haven't seen sun or sky in forever. So Cameron, go ahead and roll an intelligence check to see if you can figure out where north is.
How do I thought it would have been that, but I guess you just okay.
Oh wait, sometimes I think on these sheets for some reason it asks for a bonus, so you might have to like click a little thing that says like
Yeah,
no
I
bonus.
realized that.
Yeah, yeah.
9 equals 9. Success. So I think it's that way. I think I can barely make out the sun, and if that is where I think it is, north should be that way.
All right. Did that not roll a die?
I guess not. It might be a setting I have turned on. Dice options.
Huh.
Enable
Oh, you
3D die. There it is.
Yeah, it's per game setting.
it is okay, gotcha. It is a per game setting then. I see. All right. So, does everyone then agree and follow him to the north?
Sure, I'll follow.
All right. You leave your safe, somewhat dry bit of trees and head out to what you believe is the north. You travel for about half a day before you encounter something unusual. You see a hill in the distance, and on top of that hill, you can see lights moving. You think it looks like a lighthouse.
Oh? Looks like we're by water.
You're not aware of any water in this area, other than what is heavily pouring from the sky. Then again, you're not really sure where you are. But in the distance, you can see this thing. It looks like a lighthouse on a hill.
Well, I think That's our best shot I've seen all day. Guys, look, there's a lighthouse. I think.
I suppose there is.
Wait a second. You can't make a house out of light. Even I know that.
My friend, you have not seen wild enough lands yet in your lifetime.
I've seen light mansions.
Light mansion. Fantastic structures.
So
Let's make way.
You ever seen a light cave?
Like, yeah. So you continue towards the light, and as you travel through this field with the rain pouring on you, as the lighthouse gets bigger, looming over you larger, you realize that in fact there is no water. There's no ocean beyond the light, only more steps, more land. It looks like this lighthouse is on a hill in the middle of just leagues and leagues of flat land. And there's no water in sight, again, except for what's pouring down on you from the sky.
Well, that's rather odd. But, it's not a major concern right now. I assume we're up on the building.
Well, you're continuing towards it, and as you get close, you realize that it's moved somewhat. The whole hill.
The hill.
Yes, the whole hill with the whole lighthouse on top of it, it has moved. You think.
Must be my mind playing tricks on me. I'll continue to get closer to it.
You're walking closer to it, and you're starting to get really close now. Make an intelligence check. So, you don't think that that is a hill at all. In fact, you think that it might be some sort of being. You'd have to get a lot closer to check. Right now, you're like maybe about within like, I don't know, in your range of about like 50 yards, where you're kind of close, but like not super close. But you think it looks smooth and it doesn't attach to the ground. You think it might be a shell of some type.
What? A shell. Fellas, are my eyes deceiving me? Is that hill moving away from us?
It is
You ever
raining
s-
quite hard, and it's dark, so it's hard. It's kind of hard to see, but it looks like.
Huh.
I don't know.
Couldn't tell you.
Let's get closer.
Seems like our best shot.
Well, you move closer, and it does appear that there is a shell.
Could we climb on the shell?
It looks slippery.
We go under it.
Then we should go for it.
You're not sure if you would want if it would be wise to move under it, because now that you're close to it, you can see that it is moving. It's moving slowly, but I mean it's big enough. I mean it looks like a hill. It's as big as a hill. It's, the hill itself, it's probably like 200 feet across. So it's like it's it's big, and it looks like it might be dangerous to try and get underneath of it while it's moving.
We're definitely faster than it, though.
You're definitely faster than it. Yeah, yeah. It's moving like
So,
really slowly.
do you want to try to get in front of it?
Mm, I've encountered many strange things in my time. If it seems that we are moving faster than this hill, I want to see what's under it, even if it is dangerous.
Mm. I prefer to have the high ground in this situation.
Oh, you're a bold one.
So, you can see it is still moving. It seems to be kind of moving in a direction somewhat away from you. So if you were traveling north, which you thought was north, it's like moving maybe northeast. So it's kind of going in a similar direction that you're going, but kind of a little bit to your right from where you're going. But you realize that because it's so big and you kind of got up close to it, you can only see one little part of it, right? Because it's like raining,
Mm-hmm.
so it was like hard to see from far away. Now that you can get up close and you can see like detail, there's like the shell and everything.
Is there
Um,
tracks? Or is it just like, I mean, what's if it's moving? There's got to be like, what's it moving? What's left from where it moved?
yeah, you kind of like look around, and as you kind of like look back and like kind of look around, you do see that it's left kind of a trail. But it seems that the trail only goes back so far because the rain is so hard that it's kind of like, it's like leaves a trail, but then the rain kind of, you know, muds it all up, and then the trail kind of disappears after a while.
Hmm. Well, perhaps we can find a way to make our way on top of it. Maybe even through the rain, we should have a better vantage point.
It's
If we get closer, maybe we can find out if that is possible.
it's definitely moving slow enough for you to get on it. The problem with getting on it is that it's kind of like it's it doesn't go to the ground like a normal hill. It's kind of like a dome, so it's like it's it kind of goes like this, and it would be difficult to get on in the rain unless you were able to kind of attach yourself somehow.
How much of a gap under it? Like, there's clearly a gap where the ground meets the shell.
It's kind of varying because there's grass on the ground and it's raining and there's mud and it's kind of moving. The the amount that you can see under varies, but it's about like maybe anywhere from 1 to 4 feet.
Ah, so not big at all.
So
Oh,
not
man,
large at
that
all.
one's
What's
pretty
that?
big to me. It's larger to me than it is them.
Oh
Yes,
yeah,
maybe
yeah, for
under,
sure,
but
for sure. But you gotta like think it's kind of like moving. It's almost moving like a large piece of machinery. If you can imagine like a big, like, I don't know, a big large like backhoe or something, or like a tank or something, kind of like moving along very slowly.
let me check my equipment. Maybe they had supplies that could help me.
Oh, also, just so that you might want to kind of look around your character sheet. Everybody has something, like something sweet, something kind of special. think some characters might even have, I'm not sure who has what, but some characters might even have some mystery items that like, you know, like a potion or something that hasn't been figured out what it is. So there's all kinds of, there's some various things. So check your character sheets.
I
You
see
may.
what you're saying here. Can I check this hill for some secret doors?
There must be a way into it, certainly.
Yeah, absolutely. You could most certainly check for
Sure, I'll join.
secret doors. Absolutely.
Oh, that's nifty. It shows right there, just like that.
Ah,
No,
yeah,
I-
yeah.
I really like the layout of the sheet. I wonder if I can, like, stylistically carry it over.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. The graph paper with the little spill on it.
I was more so talking about my character sheet. It just looks dope.
Oh yeah, yeah. The character sheet is pretty neat. These are the old character sheets. The chat, unfortunately, like they can't see these. I don't know if I can show.
Not when you open them?
Trying to see if I can. Yeah, it won't show as a. I wonder if there's any of them. No, I'd have to open it.
Oh, that's pretty cool. You can go between halfling and thief one here. I see what's going on.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Actually, I might be able to do that. Here we go.
I can use.
There. So the chat can see.
I can use climb surfaces.
It's like
Yep.
the old style. Yeah. There's all kinds of possibilities. Let's see.
I think I'll join you in that.
You shall join me in trying to climb surface.
I shall.
Okay. It says import value
Import value.
bonus minus. I don't
Oh,
know.
you don't have to worry about that. Just leave it as 0.
Yeah,
Click
yeah, yeah.
submit.
Just click click it.
Yeah, you're my balls.
Oh wait, he probably doesn't have that because he's not like a full thief. He's like a little halfling guy, so that's what's up. But
But it does say here.
I think you actually probably rolled over because you got a 98%.
Yeah, it says use racial abilities from halfling tab and then thief special abilities from especially from a thief tab. So
yeah, but only the ones that are listed. There's probably not anything listed in there. If it's like listed at 0, then you don't have it.
I don't have the ability.
Yeah.
This
So
is a
like
0% chance.
yeah, let's see. Let's just
Oh, well, I rolled and I still got a 0.
Yeah,
So I really didn't make it.
yeah, that's why it was yeah, that's why it has a 0 there. So only the things that you have like percentages in. So move silently, hide in shadows, hear noise, all that. Jazz
Yeah.
is
Right.
all
Well,
those
while you
things.
fellas are searching for a possible entry, I'm going to see if I can make my way on top of this. Maybe closer to the structure above.
Right. So you leap up onto the slippery, wet shell, and you start to kind of make your way up. As you climb, the shell becomes, it kind of evens out, and you finally kind of get up to the top. You notice that as you're going up, the shell has patterns in it, and that the patterns are like these weird kind of like 8-sided patterns. So it's almost like stop signs all linked together.
Hmm.
And finally, you make it up to the top, and it's kind of flat on top. And there's a lighthouse in the center. It's still like it's still like another 30 feet over to get to the lighthouse, but there's like a lighthouse, and it's clearly perched up here on this thing.
Excellent. Well then, first off, how far do you think, or I think I've traveled since the routing of our army? Do you think, or are we still in enemy lands?
You believe you are.
Okay. Well then, I will go ahead and attempt to do sneaky stuff. 1 second.
Then again, they're the lands, they're enemy lands of your former boss, so it's not necessarily your enemy, but they're conflict-ridden lands. So they're not safe lands, but then again, you're not really in safe work either. The only problem would be that if you were identified as a member of that guy's army by, people that wanted to kill you.
Well, if I am still wearing any regalia, then I definitely want to dispatch of that.
You
And
probably did that in initially. The one thing that I can tell you is that despite the rain, from up on top of this moving hill shell thing, you have the best vantage point because you can see, you can kind of, if you walk around um, the lighthouse, which is in the center, and kind of look outward, you have a 360 view. You can kind of see uh, the entire land. Again, it's raining. It's not great, but you can see that as far as you can tell, there's no one else around other than you and your friends. Um, Maybe if you were able to get up into the lighthouse, uh, you you'd have an even better view.
right. So unless I see anything naturally from just making my way around the base, I'm going to attempt to move silently and hide in shadows here.
Okay.
But there's a lighthouse.
Well, the lighthouse shines outwards. It's probably
Yeah,
very dark at the base.
I mean, yeah, obviously the light is coming from the top of the lighthouse, not the bottom. So,
Well, I don't know. This place is pretty trippy, so.
yeah, it is pretty trippy, but where you are, there's not much light. You feel like you're pretty well hidden, but up here it doesn't seem like you would need to be hidden from anyone anyway. Meanwhile, everybody else is kind of just back down at the bottom. I assume kind of keeping pace with this thing.
I'd try to go up to see what's in front of it. What's pulling it.
Are you gonna like try and make your way around towards the front?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, can't really do too much.
All right. Well, while your friend has disappeared up on top of this thing, you kind of decide to kind of try and make your way around to the front, and it doesn't take you long to get around to what would be the front because you can kind of see where it's headed, obviously, and you see something protruding out from the bottom of the front. It
Hello.
looks like maybe a creature.
Okay. I mean, how big is this creature looking? Big.
It looks like three kind of intertwined tentacly type things with like a bunch of little tentacle things at the front.
What
Sort
in
of
the
giant
world?
mollusk.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like, and it's kind of sticking out of the front, and in the front there's almost like a lip on the thing. So it's like sticking out from a place where it looks like it's supposed to be sticking out from.
Oh, okay. So it's literally a giant snail.
That's what it looks like.
Okay.
Here I was thinking it was a turtle.
Turtle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anyone on, like, riding it or attached to it in any way? Does it look like there's been any human thing on it anywhere other than the thing on top?
I shall try to speak to it in alignment.
Speak it. Wait, what?
Speak to it in alignment language. That's old school
What the-
D&D.
Yeah.
You kind of head over and you take a look at it, and you think you see what appears to be some sort of saddle or some other some sort of riding apparatus with what could be reins, um, but it's currently empty. So it
How
looks like
far is it off
somebody
the
could
ground?
jump up on there and ride on this thing, but there's no one on it right now, and it
How do you get
seems to
up on
be.
it?
You're not sure. It looks like it's pretty big, but it looks like its little tentacle things could like kind of come down and allow someone to get on. It's not doing that right now. It's kind of trudging forward. It's doesn't even seem like if it's aware of you, it doesn't seem like it's worried about you at the moment. It's continuing to move forward through the rain, but then again, you're not even sure that you can see eyes. It's really hard to tell. This thing is really gross looking and slick, and it's raining, so you know it's all muddy and
Hmm.
yeah.
Back at the top, I'm going to search for an entrance to this lighthouse.
Okay, you make your way around the lighthouse, checking it out, and at first glance, you saw no doors, but
Okay.
that's just as a cursory glance. You haven't done a lot of searching, but just kind of walking around at the level where this would be like the ground level, even though it's on top of this shell. Uh, it there's no entrance that is just clearly visible.
Then perhaps I should search for secret entrances.
You may do that. So you make your way around and search, but to no avail. You weren't able to find anything. How unusual.
Indeed. How, I know it's raining and it's hard to see, but how tall does this structure look?
Looks like a regular lighthouse, so pretty tall. It looks like a big tower on top of this thing. Because from far
Okay.
away, it looked like a hill with a tower, like a light, with a light on top of it. That's what it looked like. And now that
Sure.
you're up close, it's just that the hill is moving and some weird shell. But the lighthouse still looks like a lighthouse. Even up close, it seems like it would be a lighthouse that you would find like on a coast.
Then I may attempt to climb it. And in fact, do I have to roll to climb it again?
Yeah, because it would be a different climb. Fact.
No sweat. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy.
Easy peasy. All right. So you hop up on and begin climbing up the lighthouse structure. And it's going to take you a little while to do that. Back on the ground, um, this thing is trudging ahead, and your friend hasn't rejoined you. You're not really sure where he is. You assume he's still up there.
I'll just keep following behind it for now.
So there's a saddle. I'm gonna see if I can find a way to hop up on it.
Okay. So you kind of edge closer to this thing, and are you are you like are you like gesturing in any way? Are you kind of doing one of these things, like holding your hand out to it? Like how are you gonna approach this? Because at the moment it's just kind of trudging forward. It's kind of ignoring you. So you're gonna have to. It seems like you're gonna have to kind of either get in front of it to kind of get into its way, or kind of get to the side of it, and maybe I don't know. What's your tactic?
To the side of it. I don't want to get in front of it. If it's
Okay.
big enough where it can just roll over me.
Oh yeah. I mean, it would totally roll over you if it didn't stop then.
Slime all over you.
Mm-hmm.
And in fact, it looks like it might be difficult for this thing to stop. Like you would imagine that, like, something this big would probably not stop quickly.
Or feel you.
Yeah. That's possibly likely as well.
Maybe we should
Yeah,
have
I
went
guess
south.
just approaching slowly from the side.
Okay.
Not moving like fast or rapidly, but like pretty slowly.
Yeah, I mean, it's moving pretty slowly. You're kind of moving pretty slowly. You come up to it from the side. It still doesn't really. How close are you gonna get?
15, 10 feet.
Okay, so you get kind of close. Within
Is
about
Garrett
10 feet. It's still kind of trudging along. You're kind of just walking alongside it at about 10 feet distance. It doesn't really seem to notice you. It's still continuing to go. And again, it's very slow.
Okay. Well, if it doesn't seem that interested, I'm gonna get even closer and see if I can touch it if it notices.
Okay, so you go a little bit closer. And now how do you touch it? You're like kind of holding out your hand.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would use my hand.
All right. So
You're gonna lick it.
you
I will lick it
hold,
first.
let's see. You hold out your hand and
Mm.
roll a morale check.
Morale.
Yeah.
Where is that on here?
Oh, it's under charisma.
Oh, gotcha. Oh man.
Slimy and gross, and you hate him. You retract your.
So you you go to reach and basically like nothing happens. It's like totally kind of like ignores you. And you kind of like put your hand into its gooey surface and it's kind of like and it doesn't even really notice. It doesn't even really seem to notice.
All right so far. So is there a way to climb up from here?
It's sticky, but you might be able to do it. You're gonna have to get a firm hold. So a it's gonna be a strength check and then a dexterity check.
All right, I'll go for it. Bonus minus none.
Okay.
Ew.
All right. So Chuck's kind of like hops up on this thing. He's kind of struggling around to try and get up. It's all gross and weird. But finally, you grab on to what feels like a leather strap and you pull yourself up onto this thing. Your companions see you do this, obviously, except for uh, the
The
John,
rogue.
who is atop the the lighthouse. You've made it to almost the top where the light is coming out. So the light it's kind of like right above you. The light is kind of coming out, and it's doing that lighthouse thing where like the kind of um, seems to be like
Circles.
revolving. Yeah.
So I've made my way up there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm right below it.
Yes.
Now, does it seem like it's glass, or does it seem like an opening I can pull myself up into?
So it looks like. Let's see. It looks like there are small openings, like little portals, and it's kind of whatever's moving around inside is kind of like hitting each one of these holes as it comes around. And that's where the light is coming from. So there are these holes that are maybe about a foot in diameter. Or I mean in diameter.
Ooh, it's a tight squeeze.
Yeah, they wouldn't be something that you could get into, but you can see the light kind of moving around.
All right. I'm going to try to time it so I look into these portals when the light isn't shining, so I don't get completely blinded.
Okay.
And see what I see.
Okay. All right. So go ahead and make a dexterity check to see if you're able to kind of like look at the right time and not be blinded. All right. So you're kind of trying to look in, and it's difficult to see. You don't have much time, and you're looking in there. The light's kind of like moving around. You don't think you see any additional movement, but as far as what else is in that room, it's hard to tell.
Okay. Well, how does now that I'm pretty high up there, what does the top of the structure look like? Does it cap off into a roof, or does it have like a flat roof with battlements or something, or what do I see?
It's bulbous.
Bulbous.
Yeah. Yeah, it
I
is.
see.
Yeah,
Well-
it gets kind of big at the top, swelled, engorged, if you will.
Right. Okay. I don't think my prospects of entering this way are very likely, so I'm going to shimmy back down. And I'll meet up with the fellas.
All right. You start to shimmy back down. Meanwhile, on the ground in the front, you've got Chuck pulling himself up into this harness, and now you've kind of secured yourself in the harness.
All right. I'm gonna see if I can get this guy to move a little faster. If there are reins, I'm gonna give him a toss, a yaw, and see if we can get him to move.
The reins are heavy, incredibly heavy. Make a strength check.
Not heavy enough.
All right. So you kind of, what do you do? Do you whack reins or you pull? What's your control? What are you doing with these
Oh.
reins?
Definitely not pull.
Okay, so not pull. Are you gonna give it a
Yeah. Yeah, just a general horse carriage
little
whack thing. Yeah.
a little yah? All right. All right. So you yaw this thing forward, and it actually starts to pick up a little bit of speed. It's slow at first, but it starts to get going to the point where the guys next to it have to kind of actually, like, before you could just like walk and it was almost like you were walking too slow. The thing was going so slow. But now it's like up to the point where you actually have to kind of like walk a little bit faster to keep up with it. John, as he's climbing down, kind of notices something going on. You kind of get to the where the tower meets the shell, and you can feel kind of like it's kind of bumping up and down a little bit more than it was.
Maybe they found something. So I'll walk around the lighthouse and see where my comrades are.
You can see Chuck has mounted up on some sort of head-like thing towards the front and is seems to be driving the thing forward.
Chuck, what have you found there?
Ahoy! I can make it move faster.
Excellent.
That's all I found.
I managed to climb up the lighthouse, but doesn't seem to be any entrance up here. I'm not so sure. Should we just ride this thing to civilization? You think?
So we just ride till we hit something.
Just ride these baby for miles.
Pioneers used to ride these babies for miles. Exactly.
Well, we're walking.
You guys are walking. You don't want to get up on the snail? You
If
can
I
toss the
can.
rope.
I'll cast levitate on myself. I'll get myself up there.
So You can do that, but what you'll end up having to do is you'll have to wait. The only way for that to work is for you to kind of run out in front of it,
Then
then
levitate up,
then
and then it would go
levitate
under
up,
you.
and then kind of like hang out and wait for it to kind of get to you, which
Hey,
is
that works for me.
totally a possibility, but it's basically what you'd have to do because the levitate only allows you to go like up and down. It doesn't give you any lateral movement.
Someone
So
throw me a rope.
throw me a rope. So
I can just hang on to.
So I'll run in front of it and I'll pop right on top.
okay. So Craven like jogs up ahead a little bit and then starts to float up in the air and just kind of like he's just kind of hanging out like in the air, just like hovering there, levitating,
Waiting for us to run into him.
waiting for you to run into him.
Okay.
And Cappy seems to be calling up for a rope of some sort.
Yes. One moment, friend. I've got you. Let me take a look at my supplies.
It's like no one has rope.
No one. Huh. Does anyone have rope?
I have rope.
Excellent. Toss me some rope up here, and I'll help our friends climb aboard.
Okay.
Assume it's a standard 50-foot coil.
50 foot of rope. I don't know if I can toss it up there from here.
Well, you should be halfway up the.
I can give it a shot.
That it's gonna be a little bit difficult, but you can go ahead
can
and
always-
try.
Drop it down to me from where you're at, and I can.
Well, I need the rope up here so I can.
I know I'm saying that like he can just drop it to me, and I can like climb up to where he's at in the seat.
That also works if you would like to do so.
I don't care as long as I don't have to like keep walking and everyone else is riding. I feel inferior enough as being a halfling.
Yeah, you might get a little bit of an exercise in.
Yeah, also your tiny legs, you have to work extra hard. Your legs,
Yeah.
you have to do more steps, like twice as many
Place
steps.
steps.
I'll pull out my rope and I'll, I guess, just drop it down to see if I give him a way up to the saddle.
All right, yeah, it's with the rope, it's pretty easy to get up on the saddle. And
Yo.
when he gets up there, it actually gets the creature a little bit excited, and it starts to lunge forward at an even greater speed. So Craven gets kind of bonked up into the lighthouse a little bit quicker than he thought that he would, and everybody else kind of gets pulled as this thing continues forward at a high rate of speed.
Well, at least we don't have to walk anymore. Oh shoot! You know what? I forgot. I forgot to look around while I was high up on the lighthouse. You know, I feel pretty.
Dumb.
A little bit dumb, but I feel pretty. Confident in my skills. I'm gonna go ahead and climb back up again. Actually, while I'm down here, I'm thinking, maybe Cappy might be able to fit inside that hole, one of those portals.
Maybe
Possibly.
like, I'm not where you are.
Well, no. But if he was, if we got him up there, do I think he could squeeze through?
It'd be tight. You're not sure. It would definitely be tight.
Cappy. The only way I saw into this place, if you're curious enough to check it out, the rotating light above seems to shine out these portals that are about 1 foot across. If you're up for the task of making it out of this weather and possibly inside, I can maybe get this rope tied up to the top and you can climb on up and try to get in.
So the light's coming out of holes.
Yes.
Okay.
They're a bit too small for me, but maybe for you, who's to say?
Oh. Did you look in the holes?
I did. It was a little hard to see. I couldn't really make out anything.
Was there an empty space? Or was it just light?
Well, I would assume there's space.
Well,
There has to be light
I don't
rotating
want to
around
make
there.
an assumption if I'm putting my body into the place.
I'm not gonna put my dick in there.
Much. You don't know what's that glory hole.
Right.
Well, what do you think, Steve? Did I see space inside enough to like stand and be?
You're not sure.
Well,
Go up there and check it out a little bit and let me know.
all right. I'll see you on my second way up. So, go ahead. Did I click the right one? Nope, I did not.
You
It's the
failed
one on the-
horribly at hide in shadows.
I did. Wasn't sure if it was the left side or the right side. There we go.
All right. So you climb back up again.
With the rope, by the way.
Okay,
Don't want to forget that.
gotcha. So you climb back up. You've got the rope. You're on the top. And what are you going to do once you get up there?
I'm going to go to one of those porticos,
Mhm.
and I'm going to try to take out my let's see where it is. I'm going to try to take out my mallet and iron spikes,
Mhm.
and I'm going to try to nail a spike secured into the wall so I can tie a rope around it.
Okay. So are you going to try and in the hole or no? Or just like outside around the hole?
Well, if I do it in the hole, it's definitely not going to be big enough for him to fit through. So maybe above the hole?
Above.
Yeah. As in, like, on the exterior.
So here's the trick.
How am I going to have the hands to do this?
Yeah, you've climbed up onto this thing, but now you have to like hammer a a spike into stone. So you're gonna need some force. And so how are you going to finagle that?
So
Cappy,
here's what I'm thinking. I think. Sorry, say what?
I think Cappy's going to ask him if he can straddle himself in the hole.
That's what I was thinking. Like, if I can keep my legs on the inside and, like, kind of anchor myself to the wall that way, so I can free up my hands to hammer in the spike.
That way you'll also know if you can fit your lower body in the hole.
So You probably can't fit your whole lower body in the hole. You couldn't like sit in one of the holes. Excuse me. Oh god.
Okay. Hmm. Let me see what I
Yeah,
have here on the
you could
dice.
maybe the only way that you could do it is if you kind of like put one leg into one hole, put another leg into another hole, and then kind of like held on that way.
Are they
That
that close together?
yes, yeah.
Really?
They're
How
roughly
sturdy?
they're equal distance between each other as they are wide themselves.
Oh wow. Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. So it's like 1 foot of hole, a 1 foot of
Correct. Yep, you got
support,
it.
1
You got
foot.
it. Yeah.
That would be really awkward, and I don't feel very confident about that.
Yeah.
But I do feel a little bit more confident in maybe I could just break the support between the 2 holes, and then we could just make a big enough,
Make a bigger hole.
big old hole to get in for anyone. So
It is made
I'm
of
going.
stone.
Mm, yeah, 1 foot of stone is kind of hard to get through. How thick is the wall? Like behind the portal. 1
Hmm.
foot of wall as well.
Yeah, it's a good question. You reach in to try and feel the. It feels like it's about 6 to 8 inches.
Cappy is going to detect secret doors in the bottom of the lighthouse. Did anyone do that?
He failed, so go ahead. There's actually a button you can push for it. Make sure you do it under. Oh yeah. Actually, did you do that under thief or did you do that under halfling? Do it under halfling because I think I think you have a better chance
I
under.
have 2 different ones. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you have a better chance under halfling in it. Okay, maybe not, but you get the same thing. That's
I can do
okay.
it on thief. I can do under thief again. I
No,
can
no,
listen to it.
no. So you weren't able to find anything at the bottom here.
Hey,
What do you call it? Is Craven gonna check for secret doors? Because
Yeah.
you're up here as well.
Yeah, Craven will check.
All right. I think there's a button, like I said, on your character sheet under your under magic user.
Sheets. You said somewhere under spells?
Uh, It's like
Let me make it large.
Under class abilities.
yeah, it's under like see where it says class abilities and it's like magic user is checked. It's
Yeah.
just
Oh,
under
okay.
there.
I see
I
it.
think it's
I see it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Nobody's detecting any secret doors. You needed that. You needed that typical elf, is what you needed.
yeah, really.
True.
hmm
Hey, Craven. Assuming you can hear me yelling from the top of the lighthouse.
Yeah, you could probably shout loud enough to shout down and be heard.
Craven, are you able to still levitate up here beside of me?
I assume. How long has it been? I imagine that I just uncasted the spell, so I'm gonna say no.
I see.
I mean, it lasts for like an hour, so it's possible that you. I mean, unless you specifically. Yeah, I mean, I don't. Can you even uncast the spell? I mean, you can not do it, but like, I'm pretty sure it's just active for like an hour.
Okay, then yeah, I'll levitate.
Yeah, yeah.
Excellent.
I would say that it has probably within this amount of time. It probably hasn't been an hour.
If you could levitate up here, in my backpack, I've got a hammer and a spike. I'm trying to nail this rope into the wall. Think you could help me out?
Sure. I will do just that.
Actually, what you could do, because what will happen is when you levitate, if you kind of levitate and you're in front, it will push up against you, so it will move you. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're in front of if you're like in the way that it's going, you'll basically be against the wall as if it's like, you know what I mean? Because it'll be
Yeah.
pushing.
Being pushed in the same
It'll
direction.
be pushing against you, so you could kind of almost like sit or lie against the wall with very little effort, like up at the top, as long as your spell is, active.
Sounds good to me.
So yeah, he flies up and he's kind of up there next to you.
I will get the stuff out of his backpack and nail in the spike.
All right. So just one?
Just one spike?
Yeah, that's my question. Just are you just
Yeah.
gonna do one? And then are you gonna
Yeah,
like tie the rope to it, or how's that gonna work?
yeah, I'll tie the rope to it.
Okay. So you have a spiked rope, and the two of you are up here at the top.
Cool.
And then I'll just levitate back down.
All right.
Okay.
And before I head back down, I'm gonna look around. Do I see anything with my increased advantage?
You look around. What do you see?
What do I see?
The rain stops. And it appears that the thing that you are on is heading towards a lake.
Hey, Cameron,
Uh-huh.
save that ship action for you. Please.
Say what?
Uh,
He's saying save that chip action for our Patreon.
Oh yeah. My bad.
Yeah,
Was it a
yeah.
little too seductive?
It
for
was
the-
it was a little too spicy for this
it's a
stream.
little much, man.
Oh boy, it's getting hot in here.
I see. Gotta get that good dust off of it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you wanna take a climb on up,
I
Cappy, and
know
try
all
your
about
luck?
that good dust.
Mm-hmm.
We got that dust. We got that quartet. We got the pantsless DM. We're making some good content here.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. All right, so what are you guys doing? What's the plan here?
Cappy, get your ass up there.
I'll try. I mean, you want to pull me up? I can pull, or I mean,
That's what the rope is for, buddy.
I know, but I can also fall pretty bad. Let me see my. I guess I can. I don't know what I can do.
You have a foothold, so I'm sure you can climb up just fine.
Maybe.
If you're really unsure about it, I'm sure.
I mean, I just have to climb the damn rope.
Yeah. If you want Craven to, hold your ass as you're, making your way up there, makes you feel better.
Yeah.
I mean, middle schoolers can successfully climb a rope, so I'm sure.
I
that you
could
can
never climb a damn rope when I was growing up. Ever.
Yeah, but you're playing a character that is in the military of some sort. I'm sure.
That's true.
I'll try it. All right, fine. I'll try to climb the rope. I have to roll. Do you want me to roll a dexterity check or something, or?
Like maybe a strength check.
Oh, great! I'd rather roll a dexterity check. Did it roll?
I don't think so. You roll it?
I re-rolled.
Are we having some network lag?
Maybe because I rolled it and it.
Are you sure?
Yes. Do it again. Do it again. Son of a bitch.
Is he not strong enough to make his way up there?
We don't know.
I'm opening. I'll open it up again real quick and see if something's going on with the freaking character sheet.
For some reason, it's not rolling.
There we go. Submit.
There you go.
I had to give myself pluses and minuses.
Yourself pluses and minuses. Anyway, I mean, you can if I tell you to. But
Yeah.
All right, so Cappy scurries up the rope and finds himself at the top of this lighthouse tower construction. Good job.
Guess I'll go ahead and try to push myself in a hole.
Wait, who I just realized what your avatar was, dude.
You just noticed?
Yes. All right.
Cappy, man, he's got sticky fingers.
Yeah. Stinky fingers. All right. So you're gonna try and jam yourself into one of the holes?
Yeah.
All right. It's a little tight, but it is wet, so that might help you a little bit. Make a dexterity check.
Okay.
So you squeeze yourself. Okay. So were you going head first or feet first?
Head first.
Okay. So you squeeze yourself head first into this hole, and you get stuck like halfway. Like you're stuck at like your hips. So like your whole like front of your torso is in this hole. And this light keeps like flashing in front of your face, and it's
Oh my
like,
Oh
god.
god,
like-
that sounds awful.
yeah, so it's like continually blinding you, but it's like also like kind of flashing, so you're like getting ready to have like some super epilepsy. And your feet are hanging out the back end, And so, John, you kind of notice that that Cappy seemed, because you were kind of like trying to help him, and then like now he seems like he's stuck.
I'm gonna kick my feet like just a little bit, like, so they can see I
Yeah.
can't get in.
So
You
you
all right
kind
in
of
there?
see him like kicking his feet.
I'm gonna be like,
Huh. I'll try to give him a little push.
Hmm. Roll a strength check. You're trying to like hold on with one hand into one of these holes and then like give him a good push.
Phew.
All right. You fist like into his butt as hard as you can and kind of like pop him through the hole.
Excellent.
So Cappy, you kind of
The-
pop through this hole and you find yourself in this weird round room with this strange like kind of obelisk in the center of it. The obelisk is the source of the light. It's got kind of like this pyramid at the top of it that's like rotating. And in the room, the light's all kind of rainbow colored. So even though like as it's shooting out, it just kind of looks like a normal like, you know, like white light or yellow light or whatever. Like as you're in the room, it's all like trippy looking. It looks like the table right now. It's got like all these colors because it's all like prismatic and rainbow like, but it's also somewhat disorienting and you're feeling a little bit weird. So make a saving throw versus death ray.
That's not good.
All right. So you're in there and you're like you're starting to feel a little like weird and a little trippy. And it's like the lights are making you feel weird.
Everything all right in there, bud?
I'm gonna take my my sword and see if I can hit the obelisk.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack roll. But when you roll and that little thing comes up, give yourself a -4. You're like, fuck. Okay. All right. So you smack this thing with your sword and you just hit it and it kind of like goes like you hear this kind of like a crackling sound and all of a sudden the light stops and everything stops. So like it's totally dark inside there and then outside like all of a sudden like you're like on the thing on your Chuck is on the thing and it kind of just goes boom, drops down and everything stops.
What did you do?
What's going on up there?
I'll pull out my lantern.
But you feel better now that the light has stopped.
Well, that's all I care about.
Yeah. All right, you like you it takes you a minute, but you start to kind of feel better and you pull out your lantern.
And then I'm gonna look for like hidden doors and stuff.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for your searching of secrets.
Fuck, man, I suck.
You don't find any secret doors. However, there is a regular door in here.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and try to open the door.
Are you gonna signal to the other guys that you're going to a door, you're doing anything, or are you just gonna say fuck it and just go?
Go scream, I guess, and to say that like, well, I do have sticky fingers, so I guess I want to see what's in the door first. I can always shut it real quick
Okay.
because if
So,
there's money in there, I want to take it.
all right. So, you go over to the door, and when you open up the door, you see that it goes either you can go around to the right or the left, but it follows the wall of it's round. Obviously, the tower is
Yeah.
round. So it like follows around the wall of the tower.
But if I go right or left, then that would mean I can go up or down.
No. You like the door goes out and you can go either right or left.
This is a big tower. Okay. Um, I'll tell the dudes that I found a door.
That's great. If you could find a way to get us in there, that'd be even better. By the way, what happened?
There
Why
was
did we
an
stop
obelisk
moving?
in here with the light coming out, and it made me feel like all messed up. So I hit it, and it stopped. The light shut off, and
Can
that
you
was
hit
it.
it again and make it go?
I can try. I don't think it's going to work.
Huh. Well, that kind of sucks. I liked not having to walk.
Well, I did too because I had to walk twice the distance, but it was that or like sit here and get all messed up and feel like I was freaking out. So I was all tripped out.
Oh well.
So you're having this conversation, and Chuck, make an intelligence check.
Oh,
Truck small.
You realize that in the distance, kind of when you stopped, you kind of were like looking around, and then in the distance, kind of to your right, you think you see another one.
Another lake or another
Another
snail?
big
no.
snail thing with a lighthouse on top of it.
What in the world?
Hey guys, I think I see another one. I think we have company.
Well, let me go down this thing first to kind of like figure out like kind of what's going on. If there's another way out, that way we would know like a way in,
In
possibly.
fact, now that you're looking at it, now that the attention has been called, Craven, since you're kind of just sitting up there at the top, you realize that there are many of those things, and that they all seem to be headed towards the big lake.
Guys, there's a lot of these things. It looks like we're all headed in the same direction.
The great
If I was
snail convergence.
if I just killed a big snail, I want the experience.
Oh my god, the experience from this thing.
Yeah,
Math.
I want the massive experience for like destroying this thing.
Well, huh. Maybe there's something special about that lake in the distance. How far away is it?
The lake?
Yeah.
At the it depends. It's hard to tell exactly how far away it is, but um probably like half a mile maybe.
Oh, that's
Well,
close.
that's nothing.
At the slow speed, it would have taken a while, but at the faster speed that you had kind of picked up and were kind of going, you would have gotten to that, like, wouldn't have taken that long. Right now, you're stopped. But it doesn't look like the others are. In fact, you can see that they're moving.
Okay.
You can even see their lights kind of piercing now. It's even though the rain has stopped and it's kind of a little bit lighter out, it's still kind of overcast and dark, and you can like see their lights and like in the distance they kind of make the sky look glow in a weird way.
Well, maybe if we don't find anything interesting here, maybe we can make that short walk over to that lake and see what's going
Yeah.
on.
I'm gonna go left real quick down the doorway
Okay.
because they can't get in. So
So you go left and you realize that as you walk left it kind of spirals downward.
that was good. That's what I'm trying to find. So I'm gonna go down.
You start to go down, and it's like weird. It's almost like a wheelchair ramp. Like it goes down like all the way. It's like not a stairway. It's like smooth.
Hmm. Interesting.
It's a lighthouse for a slug person.
I shall go down the wheelchair ramp.
Okay, so you like make your way all the way down, and finally, when you get to the bottom, it kind of opens up to the inside. So
There's a
like
poop hole of the
you
snail.
so like you expected, because you were going left around, and you
Right.
expected that like if there was going to be a door out, it would be to your right. But actually, it opened up to your left, and you feel like you're kind of in the center at the bottom. And in there, you see what looks like a well.
Oh well, is there water in it?
It kind of looks like a well, except for the well part is made of that shell, like the thing. And then when you look down in, you're not really sure what's down there. Maybe water? But it's like a well-like structure.
Hmm. Okay, I want to run back up to the top again and go right.
Okay. When you go right actually spirals up, and it kind of puts you up on top so that you're like your head pops out of a little hole in the top, and you can kind of see out the top.
I can't get out of that hole though, can I?
You can.
Oh, good. I'm gonna get out of the hole.
Okay. So it's like a hole at the very, very top. So when you get out of it, you're kind of like standing on the very,
So I
very
didn't
tip
have
top
to
of the
actually get
thing.
stuck.
No,
Okay.
no, you didn't have to get stuck. You could have climbed
I
up to
want
the
to. I
top,
want to
but
like
that's
yell
okay.
at everyone and be like, "Hey, guess what?
Oh, what'd you
Gravity
find?
is high."
You're high.
Cappy says hi.
Ah,
There's a well or something down in the middle of the thing, at the bottom of the thing,
a well.
but it's made out of shell. It's a well
shell
made
well.
out of shell.
Huh.
Can you get in from here?
Wasn't
I'd
this
have to
thing
do some.
alive? Are you sure that's just not where it shits from?
That's what I said. I don't know.
On the bowels of the snail. Did you try to look down in the well? Is it deep? Does it
I
have
can't
water?
see. Yeah, it's deep. I can't tell. It's like
Oh.
it goes a long way down. Your lady was like putting stuff on Instagram a little bit ago, and your cat's on Instagram.
Yeah, well, my cat's here now.
I know. I thought it was funny.
I came back home to my mom's house, and my cat has gotten really fat.
This cat's really fat.
Yeah, the old fat cat. And I was just brushing over her fur. I've never seen a cat shed so much fur in my life. It's like a dog when you see people get their dogs trimmed, and it's just another dog worth of hair. It's my cat. But yeah.
Smell my butt. Smell my butt.
Other way, kitty.
Let's go. Smell my butt.
Huh. Well, oh well. Do we care about this well? This is all quite strange.
Everything's strange. Do you want to care about the well, or do you want to go and not care about the well?
I might care a little bit about the well. If it's at the very bottom of the snail, like, where does it go to? What's the purpose of it?
I don't know. I mean, we're gonna need rope to get down it. I mean, because it's a deep well.
I'll get the rope here and see if it works. So I climb on over.
Can anyone get in here?
Well,
yeah,
I
the hole at the top is big enough for any of you.
You guys never checked the top of the thing, so
I didn't think there would be a hole at the very top, but if there is, so be it.
yeah.
So I'll climb on up. I'll collect the rope real quick. I'll be right back. I'll be right back, Chuck and Craven. That's right.
I think my cat has actually lost one of her big, or like her like her teeth, like the front ones. They're like the
little the
the
incisor or whatever.
Yeah, whatever it is, because like
It's crazy,
when she
man.
goes to eat, maybe it's 'cause she's old, but because she goes to eat, she has to kind of like I give her like her medication and these pill popper things, and like she has to like basically like do it on one side and like chew it on one side because she can't. And I didn't notice it until she goes up here and will sit by me and then like yawns, and I'm like, half her fucking teeth are missing.
Oh, that sucks, man.
Yeah, it's
Poor
weird.
kitty.
Yeah, no.
Cat lost her teeth.
Yeah. Jeez.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
I'm going to make my way in. You want another climbing check from me, or?
Not to get, because you're just going from like the holes up to the top, right?
Yeah, I'm kind
yeah.
of already climbing.
Yeah. I don't feel like you need another check to do that. So you just kind of pop in, and you kind of spiral down, and you can see where there's kind of this opening with the holes, and then it goes down further.
Too bad Harrow's not here. He could just like levitate straight down the hole.
I'm here, but I already used levitate.
I know. I was like, too bad, because like you could just levitate straight down and straight up and see what's down there.
Assuming he doesn't have more casts of levitate, if he's willing to use them.
I don't have more.
Well,
At least not today.
Not today.
Well.
So, are you going all the way down? Are both of you going all the way down, I guess?
Down the hole or down the...
Down to the well shaped
I'm going down.
Yeah, I'm checking out this well.
Okay.
And I'm going to nail a rope into the side of it. Well, technically I don't need it, but maybe if it's wet, my climbing is reduced. And before I head on down, I'm going to take a coin out, flick it down into the well, see how long it takes to get to the bottom.
Okay. You flick a coin down, and it doesn't take too long before you hear a splash.
Wait.
Or like a plop, plop, It sounds like there's liquid at the bottom. You don't know if it's water because it's hard to see, but it does sound like liquid at the bottom, and it doesn't sound like it's super far down there.
Hold on.
Realistically, it couldn't be too far down because it couldn't go down past the ship, past the ground, right? Or could it?
Well,
Fiction in the dark.
I'm going to climb down into this well. Who knows? There could be even more money down here. A magical well that collects money of all the people the snail has eaten as it's slimed across it.
So then,
I'm
are you
sure
gonna?
that's
You're
what's down here.
climbing down then?
Absolutely.
Okay. So you're using the rope.
Yeah.
With the rope and just the fact that it's not that like super wide. I mean, it's about the dimensions of a well. You're able to kind of use the rope and the sides to
So you pulled out a coin, and checked?
Yeah, I tossed a coin in just to see how deep it was.
you you climb yourself down, and eventually you get down into the depths, and inside you see that you get down to the water level. And what are you using for light? What's your light source? Because
Ooh,
what's his face had a lantern. The Cappy had his lantern for light inside here. But you, yeah.
Did you see?
Did I see? Am I supposed to see?
You.
Am I supposed to see something?
D&D.
Oh, I see.
Check your
What?
chat.
This one's a one shot, so it's a little different. One of our players is in, but yeah, pop in.
Pop it.
Yeah. Ah, okay. I see. Alright.
Inside or not, I was still playing my character.
Yeah, no, I gotcha. It's all
You
good.
can hit me up out later or however you want to do it.
Okay, alright, so then Cameron, what are you using to see? Because once you kind of climb down a certain level, you're gonna get past where his lantern light is shining, so you're gonna be
sure.
down into the darkness.
Well, does it seem that it opens up into a larger, you know, uh, typically a well opens up into like an aquifer or something. It's like an underground bubble of water. Whereas does this just head straight down and there's just water that's collected in the well?
Seems like there's
Because
water in the well. You don't know it doesn't widen. You get to water before it widens out. You don't know if it widens out down below the water, because obviously you're not just gonna just plunge right in without stopping first.
sure.
But yeah.
Well, if that's the case, I don't need a light source. I'll just feel my way around. And if I hit the bottom of the well and the only thing I feel is my coin, then I shall grab my coin and reascend.
Okay. So are you going to reach down into the water? Are you gonna kind of lower yourself down into the water and feel around? How are you gonna work that?
Well, I mean, I imagine I just shimmy down into the water, assuming the rope goes into the water if it's that far. Um, but
Okay.
yeah,
Gotcha. All right. Okay. All right. So you start to lower yourself down into the water, and you can feel something. There's a person down in here.
what?
What?
There's a person
My
in
God.
here.
Get
You
me
like-
the fuck out.
You like feel a person, and
What's that horror movie with the girl in the well?
you think that the person might not have
Ringu?
clothes on, or like very many clothes on, because you feel like bare flesh.
Ugh. There's a person in here. Oh God.
Are they alive?
I don't think so.
So, actually, they kind of feel warmer than you expected them to.
Uh-huh. Hold on a second. Let me see something.
What the-
I'm making a personal morale roll. Yeah, I'm not feeling this in the slightest. I'm getting the hell out of Dodge. Yep. Nope. Let's leave. This is all very strange.
Okay, so you're just gonna like leave the person down in there?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're just gonna like climb back up?
Yeah.
All right. So you
You
climb
tell
back
me
up.
about it?
Oh, absolutely. I'm saying, oh my God, there's someone down there. There was someone in the
Climb
well.
down.
Wait, you're going?
Yeah, I'm going.
Okay.
What, you want to be with that thing?
I don't know what it is. I want to find out.
It's a person. I can feel it.
Okay. Limp.
Okay.
Have you been around a person before?
In the bottom of a well inside of a magic snail with the lighthouse on it? No, I have not. Cannot say that I have.
Well, you have now.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
All
Go
right.
ahead and-
Jay, is
I'm
Cappy
gonna be
gonna
doing that.
Cappy's gonna
Yeah,
climb down?
Cappy's climbing down.
Okay. So Cappy climbs down into the well and he gets to the point where there's water.
Okay. I'm gonna hold my little lantern up and look around.
Okay, so you have your lantern, you're like looking around, and it looks like
Wait.
there's a person down in the
Do I
water.
even need my lantern?
You would need a lantern, yeah.
I'm halfling. Or
Yeah,
what am I?
halflings don't have infravision.
Infravision, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
so I
they
have
don't.
my lantern. I'm looking around. I see a person.
Yeah, you see what looks like a beautiful girl in the water. She's
alive?
naked.
I'm glad I climbed down.
Hold on a minute. Maybe I need to get back in the swell. Maybe I need to rethink this a little bit.
She's got like super long flowing hair that's kind of like flowing out in the water, and you're like kind of looking down, and yeah, it looks like she's floated up from there. It almost looks like there's some kind of like a throne lower down in under the water.
Is she dead or alive?
Are you gonna reach
wanna-
for her?
Yeah.
So you reach out and instinctively grab a breast,
Of course.
and it feels warm.
I'm checking for a heartbeat.
Yeah,
Checking for breast cancer. You know?
yeah. You actually think you feel like warmth and maybe even a pulse.
Well, of course, like, be like, I'm trying to, like, does she look humanoid or?
Yeah. You think she looks like a human, maybe,
I'll
or
try,
a
I'll
human
try
or
to
an
speak
elf.
to her.
Maybe it's hard to tell.
I'll try to speak to her in common at first.
Well, she's under the water, like literally submerged in water.
Well, I'll pull her. See, can I pull her and see if I can pull her up a little?
Yeah. You're right. Like, you kind of like pull her, and you're able to like kind of pull her out of the water, and you kind of, when you pull her out of the water and her face is revealed, you kind of hear her go and like take a breath.
Hello?
She seems to be unconscious. But yeah, she seems like a young human woman. Incredibly beautiful. And she has long
You ever seen those like
blue hair.
blue hair? Interesting.
Gosh, someone would like this.
You ever seen the long man commercials?
Okay,
No.
well,
Long
now I
man?
have her out of the water. I'm
I'm a
gonna look at her like
long man.
the throne area that's underwater. And does it just look like a throne? Is there anything around the throne?
It looks very claustrophobic. It looks like there's just like, it looks like that the column continues down under the water and it never widens out. Like, remember Cameron was saying, like, usually like so there's no like chamber down here, and it's just at the bottom there's a chair, so it's like very very claustrophobic. It literally looks like she was just like sitting in a chair at the bottom. Now, it's hard to see from up here. Do you want to try and swim down underneath and like get a better look from underneath? The only problem is you'd have to try and figure out like tie up your lantern or whatever, so you
No,
wouldn't
I
get
mean honestly, I don't know what's going on. I think what I'd do is I'll see if I can tie the rope around her and have her like naked body like pulled up the well and ask to be like the rope to be thrown back down to me at this point.
Okay, so what are you gonna yell up? Because I
I'm
guess
gonna yell,
John's still hanging out up at the top. Are you still
Oh yeah,
hanging out up at the top?
I'm looking down into this, and I imagine I can't really see past Cappy, but
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
I see that he's still alive, and that's good
I'm
enough
gonna
for
be
me.
like, hey, you're actually gonna walk away from this?
Oh, what do you mean?
She's alive.
She? It's a woman?
Yeah,
Oh, I mean, if it's a normal person, we should probably save her, I guess.
yeah.
So
Okay.
So out of
Pull this rope.
curiosity, while all of this is going on, because like, these guys have been doing stuff, what is Chuck? Because so far your thing kind of went brrr, it went meow, and it never erected back up. You've been dead in the water, but you're like, now that it's been like you noticed and it's been pointed out to you that there are more of them, you can kind of see like, oh yeah, there's like more of these things, but ours isn't moving anymore. Everybody else's is moving.
First thing, I'm gonna hop off and try to wake up. What's her name? Susan. I'm gonna try to wake up Susan. That is the name of the
You've
snail.
named the
Yes.
snail. Okay.
Yes. Hop up and like try to shake the snail, see if I can get it to wake up.
Okay, so you're trying to wake the snail, trying to shake it awake. What about
Take it away.
Craven?
So, Chuck, what's it like driving a mollusk like this?
Well, it's just like driving anything else. You just
You
hit it
never
and it
forget.
moves.
Neato.
Except for it doesn't seem to be moving right now.
Yeah, except it's not moving right now, so that's a little different.
I wonder why that is.
Hmm.
You've become aware that you haven't seen your other companions for a little while. Since Cappy ascended the tower, you haven't seen either of them.
I'll knock on the lighthouse. You guys alive in there?
Do we hear him?
Yeah, so you're like having your conversation about the girl, and you hear Craven call in from the outside.
Yeah, we found someone in the well. It's a beautiful woman.
A naked, beautiful woman with blue hair. We're about to get some followers.
So Craven
Whoa.
is not aware of any well, obviously.
We didn't tell him about the well?
I don't think so. You didn't have any conversation about the well, did you?
I guess not. He probably just told us about the opening.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we found a well inside of the snail. It's very strange. And at the bottom of the well, there's just this woman. I don't know. We're trying to bring her up now.
Is she alive?
I think.
All right.
So Cappy has tied the rope around the lady, and are you gonna make an attempt to pull her up?
I'll make an attempt. I'll pull on that rope.
Yeah, pull on that rope with that lady at the end of it.
Bam.
All right, so John
He gets a naked lady.
heaves and he hoes, and eventually he winds up with quite a nice specimen. You realize after you've pulled her out of the well that she's damn near perfect. She
Wow.
looks like one of them there anime girls.
Oh my god.
Smart.
Now what now? What girl? But
There's an inside joke here.
I see.
She's a moe. She's a
She's a moe.
yeah. Yeah, one of them there moes.
One of them there moes.
Nice.
Kawaii.
Yeah, kawaii. Chibis. She's like a chibi. She's like a sexual chibiness. You know what I mean?
My god.
Yeah, that.
I
Anyway,
see.
yeah, you're actually like kind of taken aback because like you forget about throwing the rope down to Cappy for a second because you're just like, whoa.
Oh, he's throwing some kind of ropes.
Leave him in the well.
Yeah. But
Okay.
yeah, she's clearly unconscious, and she is clearly but she's clearly still alive.
Okay. Well, I'll throw the rope back down for Cappy, and then let me see if there's anything. Oh, welcome back.
Oh shit. No, bro.
Oh wait, you're going.
I just
You're
woke up.
you're
I'm
going.
back to work.
Oh, rip. Have a good time. Yeah, I guess. Let's see. I'll try to cover up the bare naked lady.
Okay.
It's been.
It's been one week. I'll take my elven cloak and drape it over her.
As you do that, you realize that she's got something on her forehead. And Cappy, are you climbing back up? The rope has been thrown back down to you. Are you climbing back up?
I guess because, like, I don't know. I would go down to the thing where the throne would be, just check it out. But, like, I don't know how I can really get out.
I mean, like you could technically tie your you could tie the lantern to the rope and just kind of let it hang and then like dive down into the water if you wanted to.
Yeah.
I'm not saying.
Am I weighted down by my equipment though?
I mean, you don't have anything like you're not like rocking anything heavier than leather armor.
All right.
right?
Well, if it's not, if you don't, if
Yeah.
it's not, if it's nothing, I'm just gonna go down and explore real quick and just see what the hell this
Yeah,
stone thing
I
is.
feel like you could like tie your pack and your lantern
This
to the
is just
rope
like
and
a
then
quick
dive down.
exploration
Exactly.
of
Yeah, I don't.
what the
It's
hell this thing is that's in front of me.
I wouldn't think too hard about it. So is that what you want to do? Dive down
Yeah.
and check it out?
Since we've came all this way, yes.
Okay. So you tie your stuff up there, you dive down into the depth, and like I said, it's like the water is it's like maybe about 10 feet under the water. There's this chair, and it seems like it's when you get close to it, it's like built into this well thing. It's got it's like made of shell. So like the well's made of the shell, this chair is like made of the shell, and it's like all one piece, you realize. So it almost looks like this whole like tunnel and this chair were like carved out of this shell. And as you're like kind of exploring around, everything kind of looks normal like the shell, except for when you're sitting in the chair. As you're sitting in the chair, like kind of directly in front of you, maybe a little bit up from where your head is, but like just a little bit up from your eye line, you can see like what looks like something in the wall, like right in front of the chair. Like, so if you were like sitting in the chair and like
Yeah.
looking straight ahead, like you'd be looking right at this, like there's a dot or something on the wall.
Yeah, I'll go up to like the dot on the wall and look at it and see what the hell it is.
It looks like there's a little gem in the wall.
All right. Do I have enough? Do I have the ability to pull it out?
You might have to like go up and grab a little bit of air and come back down,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
yeah, you could probably come down and see what you can do. How did you want to try and do it? Did you want to like
I'll
it,
take my I guess my I'll take my dagger maybe and just kind of
like
like just
do
wiggle it
a
in
little
there and
pry in action?
yeah.
Okay.
Any checks or anything or
Um no. No, you don't need to make a check. All right.
yeah.
So you pull it out and you like you wiggle it in there and it pops out and it's actually like a pretty decent sized gem. It looks like it's maybe like a bluish purple, maybe like an indigo color, and it's big. It's like a big and it looks perfect. It's like the cut of it's like very interesting.
Okay, well throw it in my pocket and swim back up.
All right, so you pocket that, you swim back up, and you get up back to the rope. And I assume start climbing up.
Oh yeah.
And meanwhile, you've got this girl out here. You've covered her up. And what are you doing?
What'd you do that for?
Give the lady some privacy. I mean, I'm a princely rogue after all. I'm gonna try to see if I can wake her up.
How? What's your technique?
Maybe like lightly slap her on the cheeks a bit.
A little this, little this, little that.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, how lightly?
You know, like a hello.
What was that?
Anyone there?
What was that? Do that again?
More on Patreon. Subscribe
More
now.
for that one. More chip eating to come.
Yeah. All right, you like give her a couple of slaps, and let's see. She doesn't wake up.
Huh.
You actually
Mm.
like slap her till she's got a little bit of a red cheek, and she still doesn't wake up. Though she doesn't. Now that you kind of get a good look at her, she doesn't look like she's got any harm on her. But you've noticed something because you're obviously slapping her face. She's got something on her forehead.
Oh yeah, that's right. What was on her forehead?
It looks like there's some sort of a jewel embedded into her forehead.
Oh,
Cappy might go ahead and take out his dagger.
take out his dagger. Okay, that's nifty.
She's not doing anything. She's not getting up. I'm thinking, might get another jewel out of this.
Well, it's not like I'm going to pry the jewel from her forehead. It's interesting. I think I'm going to, Gappy, I'm going to head back up and talk with the others about this. It's pretty weird.
Okay. Before or after he starts leaving, I want to go ahead and pull the jewel out that I got, and see if I take that jewel and like stick it up to her head and see if it does anything to where her jewel is.
Okay. You
I'm
do
gonna hit
that,
her jewel.
and it doesn't do anything, but it looks the same. Like it almost looks identical. Like, ooh,
Hmm.
interesting.
It's interesting. So she's still alive though, right?
She is still alive. What are you doing again, Cameron?
I'm heading back up to the top, making my way out the top hole. Basically just talking to Chuck and God, I can't remember
Craven.
Harrison's characters. Craven.
All right. So you make your
Guys.
way out the top, and you see that they're outside, unsuccessfully attempting to reinvigorate this mollusk-like creature that they have dubbed Susan.
I think we ran out of gas. I
I
think
think
that's
the
the
gas
issue.
was
Oh,
the
yes.
gas was the blue-haired woman.
Huh.
That's what I'm thinking, but that's just me. I haven't told you that yet.
Right. So I relay everything to the fellas.
So you tell
What do you
them
do?
about the
Guys, I went fishing in a well and I caught the most beautiful woman you've ever seen. What do? She's not waking up. She's got a jewel in her head.
Drugs have
You
you
tried
guys
taking
been
the
doing?
jewel out of her head?
That's what I'm about to do.
I don't know if that's safe.
Well, she hasn't waken up. Could be that she has a giant jewel in her head that is giving her some kind of issue.
Maybe you're right.
What flavor hookah you got? There ODM.
weed
Flavored
flavor.
jewel.
Yeah, but what type?
What do you mean? What type?
OG Kush birthday cake.
Just like a pen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like a little.
No.
That's a tiny little guy.
Yeah, I think it's bubble gum.
Gum weed.
Yeah. I think that's the strain, I'm pretty sure. Something like that. I don't know.
Okay.
I remember. Yes, so you relay the facts to them.
Okay. Yeah, maybe taking the gem out is the right call then. Let me go do that.
You.
Well,
I've already started doing it.
I don't know that.
All right, so Cappy, you're how are you gonna try and remove the gem now
I
that
got a
it has
dagger.
interested you? Okay, so you're just gonna
Jesus.
try and pry it out of
If
her
that doesn't
head.
work, I got a sword to decapitate.
Jesus, dude.
All
That was the
right.
most beautiful woman you've ever seen. Yeah, let's cut her head off.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, you can carry around her beautiful face with you no matter where you go.
Jeez.
All right, so you're trying to pry it out with your dagger.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me ask you something. Are you trying to do it with care,
Oh
or are you
yeah.
just trying to like root around?
No,
Jam it in the
with care. With care. Like I don't want to
Okay.
kill her
Yeah,
unless I
yeah,
have
have
a
yeah.
lobotomy for
Unless I
recording.
have to. All right, so go ahead and make a dexterity check. Let's see what we got going on here for the precision. All
There you
right.
go.
All right. Okay. Not bad. All right. So Cappy's like kind of getting it and boop, kind of popped out. And you were able to pop it out. But it like and it does. It looks exactly like the one that you got previously. But it there's like an indentation in her head. Like there's like a hole in her head where the thing like where the gem was. And it like
So,
almost looks like it was connected to something.
to her?
Yeah, like there's like a hole in her head, and then in the hole, like there's like something there. You're not sure if it's like a little vein or something. It's kind of gross.
I'll stick my finger in there and
You do that?
yeah.
It's
Moist.
it's kind of like squishy and moist. Okay, hang
Is she
on.
still alive?
Hang on. She She doesn't seem to wake up, but as you like kind of poke in, she kind of like makes like some weird noises like for a second like you kind of like poking around in like one side and she kind of like almost sounds like she like chuckles a little bit and then like you like move your finger around a little bit and it sounds like then it almost sounds like she's like weeping a little bit.
That's awesome. I'm fucking with the brain.
Jesus.
There's like a little cord that's like kind of hanging out there.
Cappy, what are you doing?
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, you.
Nothing. Nothing. I want. I'm like, she likes it. I want to put my finger on the soft part that makes her giggle.
What else have you stuck in there?
It's her giggle button.
Oh, that doesn't sound super fucking weird.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna like leave this where it's at and like just be like, I'm walking up. I'm going to the top. I already took. Yeah, I'm going out.
What
Okay.
happened to the gem that was in her forehead?
It disappeared.
It disappeared, did it?
Yeah, it's gone.
Huh. Mind if I check your luggage real quick there?
Your luggage.
I'm not even checking my luggage.
Might have to TSA this one. I think we should put the gem back in her head and put her back in the chair and see what happens. If not, I mean, this is all pretty weird. I'm down to leave.
This all happened. That's my point. We keep the gem. Not that I took it, and we leave
Right. Disappeared.
because there might be
Do
other
you
stuff.
think all of these mollusks have people in them?
Oh my
I don't
god.
know. At this point in time, I don't know. There's more mollusks.
We can
But
make
there's
a
more-
killing.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking. If there's
Oh
more
my god,
mollusks,
we could.
we can make a ton of money off these gems, and there'd be more beautiful women in them.
Wow.
Some crazy stuff could happen. If we can just get in them, because we know how to get into the things now. We don't have to like destroy the like obelisk.
I wouldn't mind going back to civilization, Rich.
Yeah.
Okay.
What is
Are there more mollusks around still?
Yes, yeah. They all look like they're headed to that lake.
Are we gonna take this lady back up top or not?
Does she look like she weighs a lot? Like if I could carry her around, would that be
Nah,
possible?
nah. She looks like she weighs like maybe
Uh-huh.
like 105 pounds.
Let's say you didn't. I was just wondering if you wanted to use her as an example of what we found and might be more of.
We might as well bring her outside.
Yeah.
And if we're going to the lake, part of me feels strangely obligated to throw her in the lake. I don't know.
That would cover our tracks.
Yes, it would.
Local authority finds 20 dead women in the lake.
With holes in their
What were you thinking? We thought the alligators would eat her.
Wow. Yeah, okay, let's head on out. Let's do that.
Okay, so what are you going to do? What's the plan from here? And have you told Chuck?
I've told Chuck a little bit of what's happened. Pretty much. Chuck! I yell through at the tower, the
Boy.
lighthouse. I think we're gonna skedaddle here. Car's out of gas. We gotta go.
All right. I'll get my things. I think I'm ready to go.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can
Gonna
get
hop
towards the
off the
lake.
mollusk and start walking towards the lake.
Okay. So how are you going to get down?
We slide.
Slide down, right?
How are you going to get down from the tower?
Climb down.
Yeah, with the rope, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, with the rope. That's right. I forgot you put the thing on there. Okay, so everybody climbs down and then slides down the shell. Do you bring the girl with you, or were you gonna leave the girl?
We can let her slide down first in front of us and just kind of drop her.
How's that gonna work?
We just give her a little push.
Yeah. She'll hit the ground and then we'll use her as a cushion.
Well, I'm no murderer, but I don't really see how this is going to work.
Man, everyone who watches this will be like, this dude's a psychopath.
I'm a rogue. I think I've felt my obligation just by getting her out of the water, and she's alive.
Yeah.
What the hell is this? Yeah.
Did you see my avatar?
That's some like serial killer or something.
It's Charlie Mitz.
Charles Manson.
Oh, I see.
Chuck.
No, it's not him.
There you go. Charlie.
Oh my God.
Ew.
He's a crazy looking fucker, that's for sure.
It's
Yeah.
Cappy.
Yeah. So, yeah. So do you even take her out or anything? No. Yes.
I can't imagine really getting down safely from the tower with her like being carried. And I'm not really sure of anything that's going on right now. So I think I'm just gonna leave her.
All right. So you guys disembark from the shelled creature, and And this one just kind of seems dead in the water at this point. Not in the water, on the land. It was headed to water. Doesn't look like it'll ever make it now. So it seems. But you do see kind of off in the distance, you kind of see these other ones that look like they're also headed to that big lake.
Excellent. We wait for them to all get to the lake. Rob them blind, baby. We're rich.
Yeah, let's take a look at what's in the lake. They're all heading. Maybe there's a bunch of them there.
Maybe there's a bunch of yeah.
Okay, so you're going to move towards the lake.
Yeah. Sounds good plan.
Yep.
All right. So you start to go towards the lake.
And
As you make your way towards the lake, you realize that there's something around the lake. Damn. Sorry. It looks like there's stones, large monoliths. So it's almost like there's kind of like a henge, a
like a
stone henge, yes, but all the way around this big lake. And as you kind of start to get closer, you realize that you think there are figures around the stones. The land is flat, so you can see like a good distance. So like, like I said, you're like a half mile away, but like now that you're like down on the ground and really getting a good look, you can see this henge and you can kind of see the silhouette of figures.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then let's approach, I guess.
So you want to go towards the lake then?
I agree with that plan. Yeah.
All right. Are you going to be all bunched up together, or are you gonna fan out? Like what's your approach vector?
I want to hide in shadows as I approach.
Well, if the land is flat and it's kind of just open, I can't imagine us really gaining any advantage here. I think I'll
Well,
just approach as normal.
Yeah, I would just stick with the group in front of the group.
Okay. I am gonna say that it would probably be somewhat difficult for um,
to find a
John
shadow.
to hide in shadows, but actually, I'm gonna say that because the grass is kind of tall, and because Cappy is like kind of small, and because he is a halfling, and like this is kind of that's like their outdoorsy like big tall grass and shrubbery and shit like that. I'm actually going to say that you do have a chance to travel mostly not seen. So yeah, go ahead and roll your hide in shadows.
Apparently not.
Well, maybe not. You can still see the top of your head just poking out like a dumbass.
Yep.
Yeah. Exactly. So so
Can
you
at
kind
least
of
move silently.
exactly. It's okay. You think you're hidden. You're pretending you're hidden.
And I'm not very quiet.
Definitely not at all. You're like,
But I think I am. what I think.
Yeah, yeah. God, what the hell is Cappy doing over there?
Cappy, you okay, bud?
He's like having a seizure. Not sure. Sorry, guy. All right, so you continue to approach, and as you start going forward, you realize that some of the figures, they're in robes, hooded robes, and the robes appear to be almost a lilac color.
Are those big mollusk things like here?
No, they're all they're kind of farther back. You've like
Okay.
way outpaced them by like coming up towards the lake. So they're kind of still headed, but most of those mollusk things look like they're going that like really slow pace or a slower pace than that quick pace that yours was going at when you kind of prodded it.
Okay. Are we up on them now? Like, hello there, range.
As you move towards them, they can obviously see you as you see them.
But I
And
don't think they're seeing me.
well, you don't, but you
Well,
can't
Cappy's is
you probably also
sneaky.
can't see anything either because your face is
Yeah.
like down in the shrubbery. And so you see that these guys, a group of them kind of converges together and then comes out towards you to kind of meet you.
Good day, gentlemen. What seems to be happening here?
We'll see.
Fireball. That's what's happening here.
Dude, they got fireball? Oh my god, shots?
We're all
Is,
pyromancers.
Yo, what's up? It's a giant lake party.
What is all this?
The one of them removes their hood and you see the head. It's kind of this thin, rubbery sort of membrane that then stretches out into two kind of like eye stalks. We each at the end kind of protruding with a
It's a trap.
kind of disgusting ball that's dripping. They seem to be uh, of somewhat of the same ilk as those creatures that are coming towards the lake, except for they have a more of a man, the form of a man. They're almost humanoid. Um, you're not sure you see a mouth, though.
Okay, so I get no response, I assume. So I'm just gonna continue walking towards them.
It's initiative. Oh, I can put up the turn tracker if you.
I got 9 minutes. So
Where is the initiative button?
Well, we're gonna continue this one next week, because
is Dan not?
he's gonna be here next week, but it's like the day he's coming back from his trip and he's gonna be late. So basically he said he's gonna show up, but like we're just gonna keep playing this and
Is he going to be gone this entire time?
no, he's he was supposed to go to this show, and then he's gonna come back
Yeah,
to like,
canceled.
yeah, he's gonna go back home, and then he's gonna go back and fly out again. You know,
Where's he going? Where's he flying to?
Los Angeles
For
for that big concert that has like
oh,
Blondie and Bauhaus and like a bunch of like. It looks like a pretty
is he,
cool lineup of the bands
is
that
he
are gonna
going
be
by
on it.
himself, or does he have like?
I don't know, unless he's going with one of my cousins that lives out there, but
That's what I was wondering.
I
If he,
mean they
like,
don't live in that part of California, so I'm not sure.
Where's
my
the
God, I got it.
initiative roll?
It is actually next to dexterity.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
It's a sub ability, funny enough.
Oh,
Oh, it is next to dexterity. Oh, that's cool.
huh? Oh, so it's initiative, but AC ranged. Oh, so it's all the way to the right. All right.
I'm grabbing some cranberry juice. One.
Did you say cranberry juice? Do you have a UTI?
Cranberry juice is just good.
Yeah,
I like
it is
cranberry
just
juice.
good. You know what I like? I
I like
like crime
cran
juice.
apple,
Crime.
cran nut.
Cran lime.
Yeah,
Cran.
that's good too. I
Yeah,
like cran apple.
crime juice.
Crime.
Prime
Excellent.
juice.
I
Big
like
fan of the
cucumber and
Crango.
lime. And cucumber and lime water is my favorite.
I can't stand cucumber.
Oh,
Cucumber, yeah, like I feel like cucumber
it.
lime kind of smells like stink bugs.
I love it. I don't know. Like
What?
I got this smart water I found that is from like the dollar store or something, of course. But it's cucumber lime from like the dollar store.
I saw something strange when I was out today. They have flaming hot Mountain Dew.
I saw that.
I don't understand.
I don't. It's because everything flaming hot is popular.
They just
But
need
it's
to make a
Mountain
hard
Dew.
version. Like
I know.
hard flaming hot Mountain Dew.
Oh my God.
Like, how would they even like?
My bum.
Would it have to be hot? And why would you want to drink it?
Maybe it's like spicy.
I'd be willing to try it.
I mean, sure.
Like if it's
I mean,
spicy,
I would be willing to try it, but I don't know.
like,
It's
if
probably
it,
not good.
yeah, I'd try it. But it may be like sweet and spicy. Like maybe it has like paprika or something in it. Or I mean, I wouldn't want to drink and just straight up drink like capsaicin for refreshment.
Just trying to figure out if there was a way to add Craven to the turn tracker. There is without it re-rolling. Yeah, roll next time. Oh, you're on there. Why the hell? For some reason I didn't see that. Weird. Well, I guess here's the question. We got it's 10:25. You got what, 5 minutes, Jay?
Yeah, I gotta get up tomorrow morning.
Let's maybe pause here because we are gonna start this again. We'll just continue here next week.
It's like, yeah, we start a fight right now. So
Yeah, it's gonna take a good while. So yeah, let's go ahead and we'll pause here. I'll click it so that we're ready to go.
I wonder if I'll have.
We know what turn we're in.
What's that?
I said, I guess you can save. You'll know what turn we're in and stuff too. Man,
Yeah,
I slept
the
slept
turn
like
tracker
shit last
will
night,
save.
too.
Yeah, it'll save for sure, 100%.
I woke up like at I think it was like 3:30 in the morning with my like alarm going off, and it was just like, yeah, your blood sugar is 63. I'm like, what?
Oh,
Ew.
dude.
Yeah, like in the middle of the night, and
That's
I'm like,
crazy,
what?
man.
It freaked me out so bad, and of course, I came downstairs and I grabbed apple juice and like some like gummies and stuff, and I was just like, okay, and then I had to stay up until my blood sugar got back up, and then I could fall back to sleep. And then by the time I had to go back to sleep, my alarm went off to get up to go to work.
Oh
That sucks,
man,
dude.
that
That really
sucks
sucks.
so bad, dude.
I know. And then I was like, worked all day, and I was like, I feel like crap.
The other night, I was staying at Ronnie's house, and we were just about to go to bed, and he was about to go take his SSRI, because I guess he does that right before he goes to bed. And he took his Ritalin instead.
Oh my
no.
god, no!
Yeah, he was fucked.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
crazy.
you can't take because
Yeah,
I take
yeah.
Ritalin for like
I
you're
was
not
saying he
supposed to
had to
take it.
try to go to sleep ASAP.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, you
that's
can't.
crazy.
Your heart just will be pumping like really hard, and that's yeah.
Is low blood sugar not something you can just sleep through, or is it just dangerous too?
You shouldn't sleep with real low blood pressure. It's
Yeah.
literally if you have low blood pressure, then your oxygen is not like getting to your brain.
That does suck. Sorry to hear about that, man.
No,
Get some rest.
no, mine was low blood sugar, not low blood pressure.
A low. Wait, you had low blood pressure or low blood sugar? Is what you just said.
He's got low brain pressure.
Yeah.
Ah,
Is what's happening right now. I think
Yeah, well,
he's
yeah.
confusing himself.
Yes. No, I had low
Right.
blood. I had low blood sugar. I had my glucose meter went off last night.
God. Yeah, that's crazy, man.
It sucked.
Yeah, no good.
I don't know if I took the wrong insulin or what before bed.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways,
Well,
okay.
smash that like button and subscribe.
oh yeah.
I can't click
You
it. I
have
didn't have a
questions
cookie.
about glucose
Yeah,
or
yeah,
low
exactly.
blood pressure or Ritalin before bed?
Yeah,
Mm.
yes.
Good stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And maybe next time we'll understand what the hell is going on.
We've got all the
And
answers.
we'll give you some more chip lickage or something.
Yeah.
Chip lickage. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Well, I devour those chips.
Ooh.
So
Yeah, man,
maybe
that
I'll
gets
get some new ones.
subs, man.
Nice. Yeah.
Dude, it's on Twitch tonight,
Oh my
man.
God.
It's Bucks.
The Dorito chip lickage.
Mhm.
Yeah, and if you're from Doritos, feel free to sponsor.
Yeah, if you're any sponsors, Raid Shadow Legends.
Raid Shadow
Mountain-
Legends. It's
Mountain
your
Dew
boy, Raid Shadow Legends.
Mountain Dew will come up here and we'll try your flaming hot Mountain Dew.
Yeah, we'll try it on
Yeah,
stream.
try the play. We'll
sit here
we'll
and just,
drink.
like, we'll drink it
We'll
while I
drink
got beans.
flaming hot Mountain Dew while playing
Mm.
Raid Shadow Legends.
Yeah. Sleeping on our Helix mattress with
Yeah.
yeah.
Shaving
Or-
each other's balls with Manscaped.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
You know, all that stuff. We'll do it
All
all.
the good stuff.
You know,
Yeah.
Dr. Squatch, whatever you got. Ridge Wallet, is that shit still a thing? Ridge. Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Anything else you want to throw out there?
All of the above.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. Thanks everybody for watching. If anybody was watching, and if you're watching on YouTube in the future, thank you. Smash that like button and subscribe to the best Dick's channel, Dick's in the Dark D&D. That's what it is.
Going